Second half of the Scratch Division title match from Sunset Lanes in Beaverton. Nerve-wracker pick your poison format. Vince Bachteler has to win this game to force a one-shot nerve-wracker roll-off. He leads right now by 12 and jumped that lead up to 22 with another Brooklyn hit. Much to the dismay and the disgust of John Jordan, his opponent, who won the first game and needs to somehow pull this game out to win the title and not have to throw one ball for all the marbles. John just went strike blower 10, strike blower 7 and watched his opponent double to jump out to a 20-10 lead. Welcome to bowling, folks. Happens all the time. No defense in bowling, you just got to play your game. Let's see if Nick can, or Vince rather, can fully capitalize. Nick is his older brother. Now Brooklyn again, and carries again. Wow. Listen, it's a double-edged sword when you're a scratch bowler. Of course you're happy to get those strikes, but he wants to be throwing better shots than that. He's not doing it on purpose, John, I promise. Oh, it can be a frustrating game when you're on this side of it. But, and again, as we look ahead now to the potential one-shot roll-off, if John happens to strike in his roll-off ball, it can't be a comfortable position for Vince, knowing that he's anything but lined in, even though he's striking on those Brooklyns. John in front of the ball return if you haven't watched the other parts of this video. And rung a 10-pin on that lane, then rung a 7-pin on that lane. This time the ball doesn't quite creep up enough and leaves a 2-pin. And that comes close to guaranteeing roll-off time. So John a one-time winner and Vince a two-time handicap winner, but is yet to win a scratch title. It is going to come down to one shot. Both these bowlers know how to strike. I don't know, if I had to put a number on it, probably 80% mental once we get into these one-shotters. Now, the higher seed is Vince, too, 10 versus 11. So Vince is going to have the option of going first or second in the roll-off and what lane he wants to bowl on. He's Brooklyned on both lanes the last two shots, so I don't know how much of a factor that is. I would always, always, always go first. Put the pressure on your opponent. Of course, the choice is theirs. Meanwhile, John's having a mild coronary on the lane right now, so he tries to figure this out. Important spare there for John too is, again, you think about the unique strategy of this format. In case Vince picks this lane, it's really nice for John to have an extra ball here that he just earned to try and maybe figure something out. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries something a little different, whether he's deeper, changes hand positions, whatever. Sorry, he's so deep he's off camera there. I think he went a little deeper even. Alright, so now Vince has to make sure he doesn't throw a tragic shot here and lose the game. If he does win the game, he's got to decide, is the most important factor what lane I'm most comfortable on, or is the most important factor what lane John is more uncomfortable on? Any kind of good count here wins the game. That's good enough to do that. Well, what you want to do here is make the spare for the same reason that John wanted to make his spare. You'd love to have one more shot, as he is not lined in at all right now. Oh, and instead he whiffs the spare. That's a bad thing because he doesn't get that extra shot to kind of play around. Nonetheless, it's a win, and I'll explain to the crowd what's going on. So here's the deal, folks. In our two-game title match, John and Vince have split their title match 1-1. Today's nerve-wracker, so we now go into a one-shot roll-off for the whole shebang. Shebang is the technical term for it. The higher seed is Vince, so Vince has the option of what lane he wants to start the roll-off on and what bowling order he wants. Thank you, guys. Vince, what's it going to be? Vince wants to go first on the left lane. Whatever Vince does, John will have to match or beat on the left lane also. Here we go. So Vince does listen to my brilliant wisdom and elect to go first. Who knows what he's going to get here. Here we go. gets them all to fall. So he went Brooklyn, Brooklyn, 3-pin, whatever, and somehow comes up with his best shot since we've been taping and gets the strike. Now John has to match the strike to stay alive. If he does, they'll move over to 16 and do it again. If they don't, Vince Bachteler wins his first career JBT title, and we're going to have to look at those pants every single dang tournament. John has looked pretty good on this lane. He looked really good on the fill ball on this lane. The high hit 4 9s and it is over. Vince Bachteler is a JBT champion in the scratch division. My goodness. Lots of variables. Vince picked the right combination and he's got it all. Great job to both of these bowlers. We'll see John again soon. We'll see you again soon next week down in New Mexico.